And then you have the, well, how shall I say, the middle. Well, the middle is the middle. There's not much to say. High, middle, sure. But now we're getting it's a little bit the opposite of the front row. It's the back row. Now, this was courageous. Shall I say this is safe? I mean, this is, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, excuse me, you know what? So, why are you in the front row? Is it because you arrived late, or what happened?
I often sit in the back row.
Ah, okay. Or maybe you have to leave early?
No.
Or maybe you have your little boysenberry and you want to giggle and gaggle and google. But anyway, you know what? Oh, imagine that. Imagine I will conduct my entire lecture from here. Then you get caught at your game, right, of being hiding and safe.
I was hoping you did.
Okay. Well, anyway, no, it was just to share with you, excuse me. I mean, I like it there. I would love to fall asleep there. And if you have to leave, it's right there. But anyway, no, I think, well, I don't have to say anything, but this notion of front lines, I didn't shake your hand. Yeah. Soon. Okay, but you know what? I don't know why, but I like to climb from here. It's a sense of territory. And actually, what I just did by bothering our friends in the back row is I pointed at something that very young in my life as an autodidact, I was subject to observe, is this notion of territory. And you'll see how it links with courage. Oh, you know what? I should. Why not? There is a few words that I just love, and I think I should just work here. Territory. Does it have double R?
Yeah.
Yes? Good. Territory. Okay, this is not very visible, but this is life. Territory. Now, I want throughout this presentation to write a few words just to see where we're going with that. So the animals, much more than the humans, have a sense of territory. I can talk about it because at a young age, I learned the art of bullfighting. Now, hold on. I didn't play Killing the Bull, and I know in America they cannot accept that, but I'm talking about the beautiful ballet with the animal. Now, imagine, that's very easy for you. Just picture in your head a running bull running at you. I mean, this is like fear. You know, what would you do? You'll run, you'll hope for a helicopter to pick you up. I mean, but for a bullfighter, you cannot have fear. You have to dance with a bull. And I'll tell you a secret. I learned that actually what happened is when the bull is in his little black box there, waiting for a couple of days to be let go. And finally that day arrive at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, the arena is empty, golden sand, and 80,000 people are there, and they are screaming, and the music is going on, and now they open the door. Now the bullfighter has 2 minutes, not even, behind the callejon, and he's looking at the bull. And he's studying the bull. And what happened is the bull comes out, and there is a sun and the music, and the bull, occupy the whole territory of the arena. And for some reason, that's a bull affair, the bull is going to find its little territory, right? And then the bullfighter will sitar. They will call the bull, and the bull will come out and trot around and somehow come back. And if you look, you have to know how to look, you'll see that after 2 minutes of observation, the bull has a territory of predilection, so to speak. So the art of the bullfighter, it sounds very simple, is to take the bull out of his territory, okay? And then now the bull is here. What does he want to do? Well, he wants to go home. He wants to go, maybe there is shadow, maybe there is a smell of a cow, maybe it's far from the music, who knows? That's a bull affair. But the bull wants to go back over there. And now the bullfighter can do a pass because the bull doesn't want to kill the bullfighter. He's not interested. He wants to go right where he feels better. So I share that with you. I'm not sure completely why, but I share that with you because this was, in my life as an autodidact, it was a great lesson. And also, I know why I'm sharing that with you. It's because we are here to illustrate the word courage. And I don't think there is such thing as the courage of the bullfighter or the courage of the wire walker. Now, I did that, these experiments and this learning when I was maybe 18 years old. So now I want to just go back in time when I started my life as an artist. And again, I was not born in the circus, which is great, so I had to reinvent all those arts. And I started at 6 years old. And you know, every 6 years old, I mean, you want for Christmas a little magic box, right? So I wanted a little magic box. But somehow, I did not cheer the wrapping, and I did not go to school and say, take a card to my friends. What I did is I was interested in manipulation, 6 years old. At the time, there were no workshop, no videos, no lessons. So I had a book, which was engravings from 1900. And then as a kid, my hands were too small to even hide a card. But I did immediately practice the most difficult manipulation. I did this, which means actually hiding a card. I'm not supposed to say that, but don't tell anybody, in the back of your hand. And you know what this movement calls in my books with 3 engravings, 12 pages? It's 7 moves. So I hope there is no magicians here because you're not allowed to show, but I want to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, if you were on stage, you will see this is not perfect. There is a little bit of white because I cannot do it slowly. And I learned 6, 7, 8 years old, and I managed to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's pretty good, right? But in my book, this is amateurish. 1 second to make this card disappear. You have to do it in half a second. And actually, my lips could not follow my fingers. I cannot say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, we are now in half a second. Oh, I am getting professional. But this move should be in a quarter of a second, and it should be perfect. And no, I am not cheating. The card is still there. So this I wanted to share because, well, because it has to do with tenacity. Here. Now it's more visible. Tenacity. But the motto of tenacity, why a little kid would spend 10 hours a day doing magic trick? Well, it's passion. I loved it. So passion, you know, there is something chemically interesting. I write, it's all black, and then it disappears. I love that. Passion. So you better photograph, but not with your photographing device, with your eyes. You better photograph those words because they are, I love it. I have to do that next time. Okay, so magic was my first thing. I learned juggling by myself, and I find myself around 14, 15 years old learning the high wire. Again, with my own naive intuition. Intuition. Oh, I have to write that down. Intuition. Intuition. Right. So what do you do? No, not what do you do. What do I do? As a kid, 15 years old, I want to learn the wire. Well, to learn the wire, I had been playing for years in the trees, making monkey bridges and tree house. I love ropes. I love to climb. Nothing. What you need is ideally a big wire, right? So I get a very long rope, and I find 2 trees, and I line the rope around the 2 trees, not knowing what not to do at the end, and I end up with a basket of wire parallels. So I get some kind of wire, some coat hanger, and a pair of cutting pliers, and I gather all those rope flat as a kind of a boulevard, as a flat avenue of rope. So now I have the widest tightrope in the world. What I need is the widest shoes. I mean, this is very simple. I go to the attic, I find my grandfather's ski shoes, you know, much too big for me, and I go clunk, clunk, clunk. Oh, and I remember I've never seen a wire walker, but I've heard they had this long thing, the bar, the balancing pole. So I take a branch, which is heavy here and light there, and totally asymmetric, totally ridiculous. And here I am, practicing by myself, and when my mother says, Philippe, come and have lunch, what a waste of time, lunch are for the others. So I keep trying, and the branch touches sometimes, I'm not very high, and at some point, I'm doing a crossing. At some point, I took 1 rope off, and 1 rope off, and within no time, within 20 days, I was now on a single rope. And by that time, you can imagine I got rid of the stupid shoes, and of the branch, I found some kind of rusty bar, and I was better as a balancing pole. So that's how I started my life. And then, of course, did you notice that actually I sit here? This is my territory. I feel good. I feel protected, right? And let's imagine, I mean, if this table were transparent, let's imagine I am here in knots, you know, all calm here, but here, like, oh my God, you know, oh, I am doing like this. You know, I want to use my feet. I want to go out of here. I am scared to death. But you see, here you see nothing. What a great thing. I just have to control the top of my body and be calm, and you don't know, what panic I have underneath. So I was, I know. You see, the problem is if I get lost, you get lost. So I'm not lost. I am going from the apprenticeship of the wire to wire walking. Of course, I am an arrogant poet of the wire, and I use classical music, and I'm all dressed in black, and nobody in France wants to hire me, or in the world for that matter. But anyway, I start doing those walks without permission, and I found myself, I create my own philosophy, and I start writing books. I found myself that probably it's not courage, but it is a kind of a motor of persuasion, of self-persuasion. It is faith. Now, we're talking almost about religious faith, probably, to believe into the God of the wire and the God of the air. But anyway, I found myself, before a big highway walk, where my life, is in my hands, I find that I will never take that first step if I am not sure to successfully perform the last step and then go to have a nice dinner with my rigging crew. So this is called faith, believe in yourself. But the beauty, not but actually, the beauty of it is that it is contagious. It inspires other people, maybe not to do the same thing. But I found that in the art that I was working on, magic. For example, to believe in what you're doing as a magician is to have the audience believe in it. So much so that there is a word for it. It's called misdirection. And you will never see, never hear a magician talk to an audience about misdirection. That's their secret. Misdirection is, if we had window, I would say, oh, it's snowing! And everybody looks here, and something that is not supposed to happen is happening here. But a magician never say, look. A magician never say, look, I'm going to do a magic trick that is a festival of misdirection. Now, really look, and don't look at your little texting and all that, or don't say to your neighbor, hey, I like him, he's good, because you would miss, because it's going to last for 3 seconds. So you see, I completely cut myself. Now I know everybody is watching. Okay, I have a title for this. It's I Stopped Smoking. It's a bit silly, but... Well, I stopped smoking. Anyway, it was just to... Did it work? Okay. Then, of course, you cannot stand up for 10 minutes after that. But anyway,